Hello everyone, Panda here, and on Sunday I made a tweet that appears to have gotten a few people, some people in specific, in a little bit of a tizzy, and I just wanted to talk about it because I can't sleep, and honestly it's on my mind. So, here we go. 2 days ago I made a tweet. PSA, public service announcement: if you have yourself making a dumb face in your YouTube thumbnail, but you aren't using facecam in the video, I think you are fake as fuck. Okay, so this is basically saying that when you see a video pop up in your sub timeline and it's got a picture of someone pulling some really cringy face, and you click on the video and there's no sight of that person's face, there's nothing in there, to do with that person's face whatsoever, I'm saying that I feel that that is misleading. Okay, so I made this tweet. It was actually a scheduled tweet. I'd made it earlier in the day, sat back, it went off, and I noticed later on that someone had retweeted it, but had included Hat Films. So here, Yognaut Keith has tagged Hat Films and said shots fired. Now, as you'll notice in my tweet, there is absolutely no indication here of pointing fingers at anyone. I've not mentioned anyone's name. I've not atted anyone, This is pretty vague. It's basically talking about the entire state of YouTube as it is, and thumbnails. But this guy, Yognaut Keith, decided to tag in Hat Films and say shots fired. Now, considering I didn't mention Hat Films at all, I think that the only person that's actually shooting shots here by mentioning this is Yognaut Keith. So I also noticed, Yognaut Keith, that the only people that you follow are people from the Yogscast, so I'm going to do you a huge favor here. I'm going to just unfollow you from my Twitter. There you go, blocked and unblocked, and now, hopefully, he no longer follows me. Perfect. Alright, moving onward. So after that was done, Trot from Hat Films did get in on the action because they'd obviously been tagged in, and here is the resulting thing that happened. Okay, so here we go. Let's have a look at this. Here is Yognaut Keith. He said, shots fired, Hat Films. I said, lol, I do like Hat Films, but I do think that the practice of doing that in thumbs is misleading and cheap. Whereas Chris Trot says, how is it cheap when it's us? I understand if we're using celebrity/memes to drive views, but it's our faces. I then replied to Trot because I feel like a lot of creators, not me, do put in the extra effort to facecam, and putting their face in the thumb is then kind of going around that. False expectations maybe. Funny face in the thumb, I want to see that same funny face pulled in the video. So I was pretty much over it after that tweet, and then a thread pops up on the Yogscast subreddit from Kaylee EU, who says that I'm accusing Hat Films of being misleading in thumbnails. Thoughts? So they've taken the thread here from Yognaut Keith, obviously copying Hat Films in here, so you don't actually see my original tweet here at all. All you see is that it looks like I'm getting involved here with Hat Films, whereas my original tweet had nothing to reference them. Anyway, so we've got a lovely comment thread here of 244 comments of people, and I've read through these, and I've actually replied to quite a few of them. Now, obviously, the people who made this post, the person who retweeted me, and the person who made this Reddit thread, they're looking for a bit of drama. I can understand that. I like a little bit of drama myself. However, they're kind of making it out of nothing, as I never actually accused anyone of doing anything. So let's take a look at some of these Reddit comments. Let's get some wisdom from these people here. I think complaining about it on Twitter is pretty pathetic personally. All Panda wanted was to rally mindless drones to argue for him. I wanted to rally mindless drones to argue for me? Who am I arguing with? Mindless drones, like the many people here jumping to Hat Films' defense when I wasn't even attacking them in the first place? Here we have someone salty about leaving the Yogs. Absolutely could not be less salty, actually very, very happy. Why do this publicly? Simple pettiness? Well, I guess you will probably notice that this is not actually public at all. This is a subtweet. The original tweet is here, then it's been retweeted, then it's been commented on, then it's been commented on, then it's been commented on. If you actually wanted to find this, you either have to follow all of us, or you have to go pretty out of your way to see it. So I wouldn't quite call that public, would you? Okay, onwards, here we go. Okay, I don't really see why anyone would sign up Panda anyway. Super low view count on all of his vids, not sure how he makes a living on them. I like Panda, but I'm pretty sure he's supported by his parents. He lives a rather good life. I'm 29, I have not lived off my parents since I was 17, and let's see here. Why would anyone sign up Panda? Super low view counts. Well, let's just say in the last 30 days my channel's had more views than these Yogscast channels: Rithian, Zoe, Nazi, Willstrife, Calfcast, Pyrian Flux, and Terps. So, I guess you're kind of shitting on all of them. Puffler46, maybe you should answer to yourself there. Okay, so a comment of reason here. This is literally a douchebag trying to create drama. Please don't be like them and try to make sides and right some wrongs. Panda can have his own opinions and Hat Films theirs. Don't fucking force ideas on people. Panda never fucking mentioned Hat Films. Exactly. Thank you very much, Kaylee EU, for this fucking Reddit thread. Okay, I have no idea how it is cheap. Why does it matter that they aren't using a face cam? It's 3 of them. How in the world would you put 3 face cams in a video where they do not impair the viewer's ability to actually see the gameplay? Well, they do actually use face cams in a lot of their videos, and check this out. It's all 3 of them in one video, so
America.
I guess that's definitely a fantastic point you're making there. The point that I'm making is that to put it in every single thumbnail, regardless of whether your faces are in the video or not, is not, in my opinion, the greatest thing to do or the best way to do it. And on top of that, having images that are completely unrelated to the footage. A stock image that you took previously of you pulling a funny face and then slapping it on the thumbnail just because it's going to go out well. Now let's look at a few people that do this correctly. Now, I don't like this Blasphemous guy at all. A few months ago, he made a public video accusing a friend of mine for being a drug addict and living at home with his mother, presented this to his audience as if it was fact. The guy lives in America with his girlfriend. It's just complete bullshit. Anyway, I think the guy's a scumbag, but anyway, he is a reaction channel. Let's look at this. So, look, here he is in all of his thumbnails pulling silly faces, right? But the difference is that these are screen grabs from his damn video. This is actually his face pulling it in the video. There's an absolutely justified thumbnail. You know, whatever he wants to do, that's that. Let's take a little look at Nova here. Nova, you know, he's got funny pictures in his thumbnails. Where did they come from? Let's guess.
All right,
they came from the bloody video. They're screen grabs from his actual reactions, live reactions. So as this has been brought up in the Yogscast subreddit, I guess I can touch on this. Let's take a look at this image here, which Martin has used here, and has used here. What does this have to do with golf with your friends? I'm assuming that I click this, and I'm gonna see Martin pulling this hilarious face. Okay, let's go see that.
I don't know.
It's not there. It's not there. But when we also go back to Martin's channel and we go and look at some other videos, let's go look up here. We've got Pokemon Go at a theme park. Plenty of his face in the video. You know, this is absolutely this is fine. This is a good representation of what's in the video. Let's go and look at some other ones here. Here we've got a funny executor like meme here with his images. That's absolutely fine. What have we got in the video?
Okay,
we've got Martin in the video doing his thing. Absolutely a-okay, fine. So in conclusion, this tweet was not pointed at anyone specific. It was a basic observation on the entire of YouTube thumbnails as a whole. It's pretty much rampant across the site right now. Just irrelevant, cringy thumbnails that honestly are clickbait. And you know what? In the olden days of YouTube, clickbait used to be, you know, frowned upon. Nowadays, everyone seems to be super fucking proud of their clickbait. I made a few videos with a clickbaity title. Don't get me wrong, you know, it's fun to do every now and then. I pretty much was just pissed off and wanted to make this video because anything that I post in that thread obviously gets instantly downvoted to hell, and I obviously don't have a platform to defend myself on the Yogscast subreddit from the Yogscast that I just recently left, and you know, everyone's obviously not going to be on my side over there, so it's kind of pointless. I did not obviously go after and show you any of the specific people that I'm talking about with this tweet that I made. You know, I don't want to piss off any gigantic channels. That's obviously complete suicide and a completely ridiculous idea. That's why I left it open. So what's your opinion on this? Do you think that the thumbnail should represent the content of the video? Or do you think it's fine to do whatever you want with your thumbnail whatsoever? If I put our Dead by Daylight video tomorrow and the thumbnail had Dead by Daylight with a big picture of my face pulling a funny expression, would you expect my face to be in that video? Let me know. Hope you have a fantastic day, hope this didn't rustle anyone's fucking jimmies, and I'll see you soon. Panda out.